Hello everyone, my name is Kaitlyn Weber, and I'd like to think that they saved the best for last, but I think it's just because my last name is last name alphabet, so. I am going to be discussing how I got here and who I am and why the communication department has had such a huge impact on me. I'm going to go ahead and start by letting you guys listen to a little clip of a song. It's called Life's a Dance, and it's by John Michael Montgomery. And it is basically the structure of everything that I'm going to be speaking about today.
Girl, sink or swim, you gotta give it a whirl. Life's a dance, you learn as you go. Sometimes you lead, sometimes you follow. Don't worry about what you don't know. Life's a dance, you learn as you go.
Okay, so the words are, life's a dance, you learn as you go. Sometimes you lead, sometimes you follow. And that rings true to me so much in the way that I feel about everything in every aspect of my life. I am a leader, and I like to find the potential in people to give them the power to lead as well. But before you can be a leader, you have to start following. You have to be a follower and learn from the great people who have led before you and who are leading currently, and then you can teach them how to be the best leader possible. So what I'm going to be doing today is talking to you about who I was before I got to the communication department, how I got here through my majors and my extracurricular activities, how the communication department and the professors and advisors have impacted me. And then the last thing I'll be talking about is where I'm headed after this amazing 3.5-year journey here at the university. So who I was when I first got here was this bubbly, outgoing, incredibly just totally wacko person. And I was going to be the best nurse that anybody had ever seen. I wanted to just help people, and I knew that being a nurse, I could do that to every single aspect. 2 years into the department, I realized that that was not going to be for me. Like everybody else, I'm not that smart. Anatomy just really wasn't my thing. Math and science, they were struggles for sure. I then switched my major to speech-language pathology, and a short semester into that, I realized that I was not happy in that lifestyle. Then I went into Tara Napoleon's office, and I was like, please help me. I don't know what to do with my life. I've been here for 2.5 years. There's no direction. What can I do? And so we came up with a plan for communication studies, and here I am today, graduating 3.5 years later. And it's awesome. I'm absolutely thrilled to be in this department. I have done everything that you can think of on this campus. I wanted to do everything. I joined a sorority, I took on positions in the sorority, I was on the student government body, I did homecoming committee. I was literally doing everything and running myself ragged and not focusing on who I needed to be as a student. After I got into the communication department, I realized that I needed to start focusing on myself and my academia rather than trying to please everybody else and doing everything that I possibly could. There are 3 classes that I'm going to be speaking to you about today. The first one is called Social Influence, and I took that with Dr. Geiger, and it was just an eye-opening experience to me. I was never really fond on learning. But she made it a hands-on approach, and we did this thing called an Oxfam Hunger Banquet. And all of the classmates went in, and there were 3 tiers of people. There was upper class, middle class, and lower class. And it really just gave a perspective on how people in the world are actually being fed. It's not the right word, but fed. 50% of the world is in poverty, and so I was a part of that class. And I had to sit on the floor and eat rice and water out of 2 giant buckets that 50% of everybody that was there had to do. No utensils, we had to figure it out. Then there was the middle class, and they got to sit at 8-foot tables, and they got to go up and down a buffet line with plates and cups and utensils. The upper class, which was the top 15%, they got to sit at round tables with linen cloths and be served pasta and salad and a dessert, while I was sitting on the floor eating rice and water. And it was really just eye-opening to see how the rest of the world works, and that how fortunate I am and how grateful that I need to be and continue to be for everything that I have in my life. The next two classes, you guys haven't heard of them at all. It's called Listening and Interpersonal. They're brand new, we just got them. But they truly are absolutely amazing classes. Dr. Benton does an absolutely phenomenal job teaching them, and she really just makes people tap into their selves and who they really are, and bring out this whole new persona in every single person in the class. The biggest thing that I took out of them was the logs that we had to do. We had weekly logs, and I was just like, whatever, I'll just write down some words, turn it in, it'll be fine. And when I actually took the time to write down the habits that I was doing and take the time to realize that I need to figure out what I'm doing before I'm just like speaking or just listening and just saying, oh yeah, that's a great idea, like Cheyenne said. If you actually take the time to listen and to make those personal connections, it really will take you so much further in life. The last class I'm going to talk about, I'm currently in, so it's only been like 8 weeks, but it's Social Movements, and it's with Dr. Geiger. And this class has opened my mind to how crazy the world is out there, and how there are so many leaders that take on responsibilities of trying to help people. And they get together in these organizations and they make an impact in the world, and that's exactly what I want to do. I want to be the person that helps the nonprofit groups create an amazing event that can help millions of people, or just a small little company or a little school or something with the health field. Just something to where I am giving my time and needs and giving it to somebody else. So after this, after I graduate in December, I have two paths that I'm currently deciding. I'm either going to go to grad school and do student affairs and help people that way through coming back, being an advisor for a university, because I had such a great role model when I was here. So I would like to be that for somebody else in a college setting. Or like polar opposite and go into corporate restaurant in a restaurant. And I've been a waitress since I was 15, and my current job, I'm a waitress at Applebee's, and they have spoke to me about becoming a manager right after I graduate, starting out as a training manager, and I think that that would just be an absolutely amazing experience and opportunity for me to have. So just kind of at a crossroads right now, but I know that I'll have a breakdown and a breakthrough, and I'll get there, I'll figure it out. And then the last thing I want to say is how grateful I am to the advisors and the professors and everybody that has helped me stand here in front of you guys and be confident enough to speak to you all and tell you about who I am, who I was, and how I got here. So, thank you all.